Here. All right, I'm going to start the recording, so make sure we have this. All right, guys, so welcome to my Friday night BlockBot reveal. I know we've heard a lot on the AMAs. You might be confused. You might not know anything. That's okay. I'm going to start doing these presentations on the regular, and a bunch of educated speakers are going to start doing these presentations on the regular. So the more you attend, the more you'll learn. So my name's JonT, and a lot of you guys know me, but I just kind of want to introduce myself and, share my story a little bit. So I've been in the blockchain space since summer of 2016, and I was just a carpenter, regular carpenter. I swung a hammer all day, went to work, came home, I sweat and I bled, and just tried to do right by my family. I was introduced to Bitcoin mining back in 2016, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, my first experience with crypto, I was compelled and allured by it because I looked at it as a means to a financial end. Okay. And, kind of looking back and thinking about that now, that was very short sighted. But nonetheless, I got involved in the crypto space. I started getting into like mining of different cryptos. I lost some money. I made some money. I've been through hacks, all that stuff. I've had some hard losses with some hard lessons, but I had a lot of success too. So I made my first few million within my first few years, and I decided in 2018 to just quit my job and go full time into crypto and blockchain. But something interesting happened to me. I forget when it was exactly, but sometime in like 2017, 2018, I was out in Thailand and I met a gentleman. He's one of the super OGs of our community here. And I got to know this guy, and we've since become really good friends. But um, he really painted a picture in my mind, and he got me to look at the blockchain in a whole different light. I was looking at it so wrong. I was looking at it as purely this new financial system, which it was. I mean, Bitcoin was born to be that. But he painted a picture of my mind of the potential of blockchain and how it could begin to free humanity from all the broken systems. And that really kind of it like blew my mind to think about that stuff, because that was always kind of like talked about, but nobody was actually doing it. And fast forward several years, we're in 2025 now, and we're actually doing it. So, like, if you're here for the money, that's fine. Just like me, I was here for the money, but I stayed for the mission and the impact. And my hope is that you can kind of see beyond that. If you don't, that's okay. But that's my experience. I've still been living off of crypto 100%. I don't have a job ever since 2018. I've been fully living off the blockchain. And the reason I've been able to do it is because I took massive action early on in things before anybody else did. Okay. And it's hard to try to see into the future because we don't have a crystal ball. But I've been through that experience, and I'll get into that a little bit more in this presentation. So let me go ahead and share my screen, guys. Give me a sec here. Okay, so give me a yes if you can see my screen in the chat. Perfect. All right, guys. So welcome to Connect. Connect is a lot of things. It's something totally new. But before we get in and discuss it, we got to go through the disclaimers. So these are the standard disclaimers. You can go ahead and take a screenshot if you want to read them later. On the next slide, I have the summary here. So this may contain forward-looking statements. And what that means is, some things exist right now and some things we're working towards building. Okay. There's no earnings claims or financial advice here. We don't do that. And the digital rewards are for utility. And of course, do your own research, DYOR. And a good way to look at do your own homework or research is, like, there's a lot of people saying a lot of different things out there. What I always do is I listen to everybody, but I go for in-depth knowledge, and I come up with my own thoughts about what I think things are based on my own due diligence, not necessarily anybody else's opinion of things. So the information provided here is for educational purposes, and the nodes and blockchains are governed by the DGF, the Distributed Governance Framework. All right, so let's jump into the presentation. So there's a problem that we've all felt, but rarely named. Think about it. If you think about the world right now, it feels uneasy, like the systems are broken. All right. In energy, people are overpaying while the planet suffers. In food, we're fed chemicals instead of nourishment. I think the United States is like one of the worst countries for this. The stuff that they put in our food in the United States is banned like all across Europe and other countries. It's horrible. So I hope you guys are buying from local farms and supporting local, but it's a broken system and it's a problem nonetheless. In healthcare, we treat symptoms, not root causes. How broken is a system that gets rewarded when people are sick? It should be the other way around, where people are rewarded for being healthy and doing healthy things. So broken. In finance, few hold the power while the many are left behind. And AI is being supercharged by big tech. You guys have seen the AI boom, it's gone exponential. OpenAI reached 1 million users in just 5 days. It's one of the fastest in tech history. They surpassed 100 million active users in just 2 months. That's insane. So, what's happening right now? OpenAI, Google, and others, they're racing to control the next frontier. This isn't just tech, guys. This is unchecked power. And through it all, right now, big tech watches, it listens, and it profits while we get nothing. We get nothing. That ends today. So, what we have here is a new platform for a new era. We didn't just build another product, we built the world's first social impact platform on Web 4.0 technology. And what is Web 4.0? Is it just a buzzword or is it something real? Well, if you look it up, it's something real that doesn't exist yet and it's being built. It's powered by blockchain, it's driven by AI, and it's 100% community owned. It's a platform where your actions, your data, and your attention finally belong to you. Imagine a system that's not owned and controlled by big tech or centralized Web 2 companies, where we own and control all of our data, get rewarded for all of our actions. And AI is our best friend that guides us and protects us. And all of that data doesn't go to big tech. We hold it in our crypto wallet like we hold an NFT or hold coins. So, a little bit of a history lesson here, guys. In 2015, we began patenting the foundational tech for the world's first AI robot powered by the blockchain. 10 years later, the future is here. So, meet BlockBot. BlockBot isn't just a product, it's a revolution in how we connect to the internet. Think about how we connect to the internet today. We log in to centralized Web 2 platforms. We scroll social media. Um, you know, this is a new way to connect to the internet where we own and control our data. And I think it's hard for somebody to wrap their head around something that hasn't existed yet. But I think the more we go through this presentation and the more you start listening to people, you'll start to just scratch at the surface of the revolution that is BlockBot. So you guys have seen this story before. If you're as old as me, and here I'm dating myself here. I just turned 46, by the way. But the internet gave us AOL. All right. My first experience with like going online was grabbing a little floppy disk, putting it into a disk drive, and connecting into the internet with the router screeching and making a bunch of noises. And a screen popped up and I logged into AOL. I created my account and all of a sudden there was people there like in chat rooms and it was a way to interact. So that was like my first experience. So the internet brought us AOL. Mobile networks, what was the revolution in technology? It was the iPhone. And AI gives us ChatGPT and everything else. But now Web 4.0, gives us BlockBot. What is BlockBot? BlockBot is your personal AI robot connected to the blockchain, working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, not big tech. What does it do? It learns, it earns, it connects, and it rewards. So at the beginning of this, in the disclaimers, I said that this presentation may contain forward-looking statements. So this is one of them, all right? So eventually, we want this to be our self-controlled AI that learns and grows with us, from us, that all of that data is owned and controlled by us, not by a centralized entity. How many people have used AI right now? You use ChatGPT, you use agents. I can literally ask AI to do anything. It actually helped me create this presentation, at least the outline for it. But all of that data I fed it, and all of the millions of other people that use it, it feeds big tech. And what does big tech do? They sell our data so we get advertised on. We don't get rewarded for anything we do. We just get free tools under the guise of, here you go, we're offering value. But the name of the game behind the scenes is data harvesting and data collection. Okay. So we want to build towards a learning, self-custodied AI robot. What does learning look like right now? Well, we do learn to earn once, and if you have multiple BlockBots, BlockBot does the rest of them on your behalf. We only need to take the learn to earn courses once, which I'll talk about. It earns every day. It's connected to the blockchain. It earns rewards every day. All right. BlockBot powers up through the Win blockchain. BlockBot isn't just smart, it's connected. So behind every BlockBot is a powerful blockchain that rewards real action. Okay, so BlockBot unlocks mining rewards. Those are the rewards you get every day. It unlocks action rewards. So when we take certain actions, we get rewarded. It unlocks learning rewards. So it rewards you for learning, consuming learning content. And there's also sharing rewards. We get to earn rewards for sharing. So the Win blockchain operates on a proof of action protocol. The Win blockchain is built for impact. At the beginning of this slide, I talked about a lot of broken systems. Well, we want to make an impact in a lot of these verticals, a lot of these broken industries. Well, the Win blockchain is specifically designed to incentivize impact. Every action we take is logged on chain. Your consistency builds what's called your win score. This might be new to you guys. Your performance determines your win rank. And the higher you rank as far as action and impact, the more you can earn. So there's 4 ways to get paid or to earn rewards outside of your daily node rewards, okay? There's transaction rewards. So you get rewarded for every referred sale or impact action. You can earn confirmation rewards. When your BlockBot confirms another user's verified transaction or action, you get that reward. There's also block rewards. As an impact BlockBot, you earn rewards from the actions of your connections. And there's also node support rewards. It's an extra incentive based on your win score, paid, excuse me, paid from the global ecosystem revenue. Everybody thinks that well, here's the thing. Let me put it this way. How many of you guys have gone out to a really nice restaurant and you had an awesome experience and you're dying to go back there? It's your every weekend type spot. You start telling all your friends start going, and everything's great, but what's really happening here is you just took some action that created impact for this restaurant by bringing them in revenue, and you weren't rewarded. You just gave them free advertising. And that's just one example. For all the ladies out there, you found the hair care product or face care product that you've been looking for your whole life and you love it. What do? You go tell your girlfriends this is the product. And what do? They run to the store and buy it. You just provided free advertising for that store. You created impact in that brand and you didn't get rewarded for it. We do it all the time with everything. Everything we consume, we are the advertisers for it and we don't get rewards. What the Wind blockchain does, it incentivizes all of our actions. So everything we do, all the time we spend on, you know, helping grow this or learning, everything that we do, every action that can be quantified, there's a reward tied to it, and it's all tracked on the blockchain. So all you guys have to do is you activate your BlockBot, take action, and then you earn rewards daily. It's that simple. So rewards are cool, but like, what can I do with my rewards? So there's a few things you can do, even more than these four. I'll get into explaining it. So you can share your rewards if you want. One thing I used to do when I first got into crypto back in I'm a crypto and blockchain evangelist. Like, I love it so much that like I want to share it with people and tell everybody about it to see what I see. So you could share it with people. You can give it to somebody who needs it. If it's somebody's birthday, like, give them a free wallet, give them like a day's distribution in rewards. It's free. So that's something you can do. And it is by giving that we receive. I'm not saying you have to do that, but it's something you can do. You can swap it so you can access liquidity right now. You can't sell $1 million worth of these rewards, but you can sell several $100s a day, easy, no problem. So that's something you can do if you want to do it. Or you could just save it. You can hold it and you can watch the story unfold. Or you can multiply it. You can take more action and earn even more. The Wind token has tons of utility. It's used for bridging fees, all types of fees on our native chain for bridging, sending. It's used for submitting proposals. And as the ecosystem expands, so will what's possible. So there'll be lots more utility in the future. So today, we are one of the fastest growing AI blockchain ecosystems in the world, with over 41,000 active blockbots in 165 countries, over 1 trillion transactions, and over 560 billion rewards mined. And one more thing, guys, the more people that connect, the more powerful your blockbot becomes. And coming soon, and this is one of these forward-looking statements, but this is what we're building towards. Your AI, your advantage, one assistant to help you live better, think smarter, and grow faster. This isn't just artificial intelligence. This is a personal evolution. So this is what I was talking about a little bit earlier. Like, this is what we're building for. Like, big tech is already racing to build it, and it's going to be the same playbook they do with Facebook. Think about Facebook. Everybody thinks it's just a social media platform where the purpose of it was to have a social experience with your friends. That's not why it was built. It was built under the guise of a social platform. But the real reason it was built is to harvest data and sell it to advertisers. We're not the customer, guys. We're the product on social media. The customers are the advertisers. So everything we do, even outside of Facebook, Facebook puts things called Facebook pixels and browsers. So it tracks us. All of our web activity, it knows everything we do. You guys ever like having a conversation with a friend and like talking about something? Next thing you know, you go on Facebook and you see like that advertisement in your feed. Yeah, because that's the game that's happening in the background. It's crazy. So all of our time, our energy, and our effort is being monetized, and we're being advertised on against our will. We don't have a choice. We just think that that's how it works. Well, what we're building is something different. We're building a new experience in a new system that has never existed before. So if you can imagine for a minute, everything that is Web 2 right now that's out there, just imagine that there's no centralized companies. Everything is decentralized. Okay. Just imagine that if you own and control your own AI. So the way AI works right now, it's all just a big large language model. Okay, we want to create one that's owned and controlled by our node network, not a centralized company. And everything that we feed it to help us personally, that's going to be called our personal language model that's stored in our wallet, in our control, that nobody has access to it. And that will grow and help us become a better human, thinking smarter and growing faster. It might be hard to imagine, but that's what we're building for. And this is what's coming in the future. So I want to show you guys what BlockBot looks like right now. So meet BlockBot. These are some things that you might have taken for granted already. So BlockBot is our BlockBot report. When you go and interact with the blockchain right now, like there is no analytics and dashboard. You actually need to be a coder to be able to figure out all of your earnings, your node values, and stuff like that. So BlockBot report is an AI analytics reporting dashboard for all of your rewards. It's what we've always had, but we've always took for granted. BlockBot enables WinPay. It's for those that start to take actions. They earn proof of action Win blockchain rewards every day, not just from the Win token, but from all brands. All brand tokens flow through the Win blockchain. It's the only blockchain that I know that's capable of distributing multiple tokens. Learn to earn. It's the biggest thing going right now. You can do weekly earning missions, and it's all powered by BlockBot. So if you have one BlockBot, you can earn up to $200 a week in value for consuming a little content, taking a quiz, and doing a little action. And that's multiplied by the amount of BlockBots you have. So if you have 5 BlockBots, you can earn $1,000 a week. If you have 10, it just multiplies like that. So the Learn to Earn Academy content, it's going to be relevant to what we're trying to do. It also comes with a self-custody wallet. Okay. A lot of platforms out there are wallets where you don't hold the keys and actually control it. We don't have that here. We have self-custody private key wallets that safely store all of your crypto, all of your rewards, and all of your NFTs. And you can see on the bottom here, these are some of the NFTs that were distributed from the first week of Learn to Earn. I can do a lot of different things with these. I can boost my nodes, I can save them, or I can give them to different people as incentive. There's also an existing win market. And I want to pause here for a minute because this market has a lot of unrealized potential. And I want to explain what that looks like. So when I first got involved with Bitcoin back in 2016, Bitcoin was like 400 bucks a coin. Okay. It had a lot of unrealized potential. My friends and my family, not so much my family, but a lot of my friends and a lot of my acquaintances, they laughed at me. Like they thought I was crazy playing with this funny money, but I understood it and I realized its unrealized potential. So I stuck with it. Now, Bitcoin is $105,000. It was $400 per coin when I got in. That's unrealized potential. One of our first projects that was launched from our ecosystem as an impact project. It was called Gala Games. It started in 2019. It was born inside Connect. It's been 7 years since it launched. It's since gone on its own and moved outside of our ecosystem. But I purchased nodes. Node is kind of like a BlockBot, but for gaming. It connected in, it gave me daily rewards. There was a good year and a half that I just mined these tokens. I helped build the community. I earned millions upon millions upon millions of these tokens long before it had a market. There was no market. It was fake monopoly money for a good 2 years. But because I realized the potential when others didn't realize the potential, I kept it moving. I helped build the community. I took actions. I created impact within that project. And because I did that, fast forward at the top of 21, that coin went from 0 when it started all the way up to 87 cents. And I had several tens of millions of tokens. Do the math. That's real factual historical data. I don't know what our projects can do. I've seen what's happened in the past, and what we have right now is 100 times better. So that's what I say when I say, that's what I mean when I say unrealized potential. And wind is only one of our markets. There's lots of markets that we have that are just getting started and haven't really reached their full potential. So this is the offer. I want to explain this to you guys. For those who are here right now, this is what's going on. So on Monday, a viral invite system is launching. Monday, 8:30 p.m. What we're going to do with BlockBot Mini, it's a $500 value. We're going to try to give away 1 million of them for free. All right. The $500 value, it includes a light node, a Win light node with 30 days free hosting. What that enables is connection to the blockchain. It earns you daily rewards. You get a secure digital U profile. It gives you access to our social impact platform. It gives you access to BlockBot OS, and it gives you access to a global crypto smart wallet. That is launching on Monday night, okay? For those people who have signed up before then, they will get one of these, but it won't be automated. It will be retroactive, okay? What we have right now is a full BlockBot that unlocks full power. It comes with the full Win Smart Node and 6 months free hosting. The 6 months free hosting isn't live right now. That will be given retroactive. It earns 100 times the daily rewards that the BlockBot Mini does. It comes with a secure digital U profile. It gives you access to the social impact platform. It gives you BlockBot OS access. It comes with a global crypto smart wallet. It also has additional features like blockchain AI analytics that come in the BlockBot report. It gives you access to learn to earn rewards where you can earn $200 a week in value per BlockBot. And it also comes with a smart node power up slot. So I want to be clear, Connect and BlockBot are 100% community owned. Let me say that again. Connect, the company, and BlockBot, the product, are 100% community owned. That's never been done before in existence. The shares of Connect, the company, have been put into the decentralized or distributed governance framework, and all the BlockBots own and control the direction of the company. It's never been done before. There's been companies that have tokenized part of their equity, like a little bit, but they own the majority. We just tokenized all of it, and it's in the DGF. It's in the distributed governance framework, and we own this. There is no owners. We are all co-owners of this. It's amazing. So again, this BlockBot Mini is going live Monday. If you're already in, make sure you RSVP to the social impact on the social impact platform, the viral invite launch, to be a part of that. Okay, so let's jump on the next. So each full BlockBot that you own actually multiplies your rewards. So, one BlockBot is 1x, 2 BlockBots is twice the amount, 3 is 3 times, 4 is 4 times, but 5 BlockBots is actually 6 times. There's a multiplier there on that 5th one. We, up until this point, have had the ability to buy more than 5 BlockBots. That's going away. We're only going to have the ability to buy 5, and then we can earn more by doing certain things. So there's the 1x multiplier on the 5th one. So guys, this isn't just another product. This is the infrastructure for a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Industry transformation, and you guys can own it. This is a big blue ocean. We don't know the value of this because it's never existed before. Like, there's been speculation that, it could be 1 trillion, 20 trillion. I've heard estimations of upwards of $800 trillion industry, AI and blockchain. We don't know, but there is untapped potential in this market. Not a lot of people are building this. They're building it all centralized. We are the only ones that I know that are actually building a 100% community owned, no investors. Like, we don't have venture capital, we don't have investors. We have a community that believes in mission, believes in impact, wants to change the broken systems in the world and be rewarded for all of our time, energy, and efforts. This is how the power returns back to the people, guys. So BlockBot is how the impact happens in energy, food, healthcare, finance, AI, and much, much more. BlockBot, it's not just a rewards engine. It's not just an AI that's going to help us. It's actually the driver of growth, and it empowers us to discover, support, and it amplifies our impact across every project in our ecosystem. There's more behind the scenes. Come on in and take a look. So own your BlockBot, build your Web4 future, and shape the next era of impact. That's Connect. So that concludes the presentation, guys. If you're new here, I encourage you to reach out to the person who invited you, grab an invite link, sign up for free, come on into our social impact platform, take a look. You're more than welcome to actually start to go through the learn to earn. You won't have the ability to earn rewards through that, but you can start to consume the content. You can start to see what we're all about. I'm actually doing another one of these. It's going to be Tuesday. Make sure if you're inviting new people who aren't in our community, you use the direct link. But for those who have been in our community and you're already in the social impact platform, you can just RSVP to the event. And yes, the replay, I will post it on in the replays. It'll be in the replays. Just give me a day, guys. All right. It'll be in the social impact platform under the events replays. Okay. I guess I ended a little bit early. I can take a few more questions if you guys got them. So no, existing BlockBots will not get 6 months free hosting. It's really like that's going to kick off on Monday. That hasn't been a thing yet. I'm showing you guys kind of like early what this is. All existing people who don't already have a BlockBot, everybody's going to get a free BlockBot mini. For those of us who have BlockBots already, we don't need a BlockBot mini. We have just the good big BlockBot, but everybody who's already in, who has had a wallet, like everybody's going to get one. It's probably not going to happen on Monday. Monday is when the automation of the viral invite system, when people come in, they'll automatically get it. Everybody who is existing that doesn't have a BlockBot right now, that's in the platform, it'll be after the fact. They'll get them dropped to them. It'll be more of a manual process, but yes. 560 billion tokens mined across all of our projects in our whole ecosystem. Pam Tobin asks, how early are we today as compared to when you came into Bitcoin? Way earlier, way earlier. So her husband asked. Cool. No, this isn't going to be a shareable video. This will be in the Impact platform. There is going to be multiple presentations like this all week long. We're going to make sure there's always a time and a place where you can invite people in. There's going to be morning, evening, weekend. We're going to make it so that happens. No, it's all the same, Paul. So 50 billion is the max supply. A question they asked here. Let me just feature these so you could see it. What's the total amount of WIN tokens available? So 50 billion is a max supply. Okay. Let's see. I probably missed some, guys. Sorry. Let me scroll up a little bit. Yeah, give me a couple hours. I'm going to go. I got to jump on another call, but I'll get this replay to you guys. It'll be in the Impact platform. I'll ping everybody so they have it. So I'm pretty sure I already answered this. So when you say people that are in the platform already, what do they need to have to get that free mini? They need to have a wallet and they need to have an account. Okay. How is this blockchain different to other blockchains? So you want to go into the weeds. You want to bring me down a rabbit hole. So the Win blockchain is different in the fact that its consensus mechanism has been decoupled from its distribution algorithm. So with Bitcoin, you need like really strong computers, and the reward is based on how strong your computer is. Here, that's been decoupled. Okay, so you run a BlockBot, it's very low computing power, but the distribution is based on human action. And the distribution algorithm is capable of distributing more than just Win. It can distribute every token in our ecosystem. Nothing else like it. And it's owned and controlled by the very network of BlockBots. There is no company that controls this blockchain. There's only been one other project that was like that, and it's Bitcoin. You know, Ethereum has the Ethereum Foundation that controls it. Like most other projects have, they don't have the setup we do. All right, guys. Well, I think we did it. Congratulations. We'll see you guys on Monday night, Australia. I will see you tomorrow night. And again, make sure you get everybody to my next